Hi guys, welcome to the Faculty of Humanities page at the University of Pretoria, and welcome, and even warmer welcome to the Psychology Department page. This year, the Humanities faculty was celebrating 100 years of existence. So that's quite significant. So on this page, I'm going to answer frequently asked questions related to the psychology discipline, specifically for studying undergraduate psychology studies as well as postgraduate. I am Dr. Anati Dozini. Enjoy this presentation, and let's hope that we do justice in answering your questions. Okay, so the first one, why should you choose our department? Why choose the psychology department? Within the humanities faculty, there's a lot of departments, so why psychology? Firstly, our department provides a learning environment aimed at supporting the development of subject knowledge in the field of psychology. It also aims to provide transferable skills, including analytical thinking, adaptability, integrity, collaboration, and inclusivity. Our undergraduate and postgraduate curricula are locally relevant and internationally competitive. We are competitive with Europe, for example, Australia, even Canada, and New Zealand, and America. It's a very competitive curricula. So our undergraduate our undergraduate and postgraduate curricula are locally and relevant and internationally competitive to assist students to function innovatively in a globalized, continuously changing, and diverse environment. Like I said, the psychology degree, particularly when you have your master's, you really can easily work overseas because it is compatible with, for example, Europe, some European countries, and the United States, Canada, and even Australia. We have more than 20 excellent lecturers. I'm one of those lecturers who are passionate and knowledgeable about several fields of psychology. In addition, we develop and maintain academic research collectives and partnerships with local, regional, and international institutions to contribute to the expansion of psychology knowledge. You see why you should join the psychology department? Why study psychology? Why psychology? I could study any other degree. Why is psychology more important? Or why choose psychology? That's another frequently asked questions. Well, if you are interested in how people feel, how people think, and how people act, and you have an inquiring scientific mind, you will find psychology fascinating. Studying psychology can help you understand yourself and others and add significant value to any career that you can think of, especially within the humanities and social sciences. It also develops your ability for critical thinking and analytical thinking or analytical skills, which are sought after qualities in the current world of work. Some students continue to postgraduate studies. Postgraduate studies is when you do, for example, your honors and your masters after you have completed a 3-year degree course majoring in psychology. In some institutions, it's a 4-year degree course majoring in psychology. And so some students continue to postgraduate studies in psychology and qualify as psychologists. So for you to qualify as a psychologist, you need to have a postgraduate master's degree in psychology, of course, coupled with internships, but we'll get there. So when they qualify as psychologists, this helps them in assisting people with mental health problems and life challenges. They also conduct research that broadens their understanding of psychological issues on individual and community levels. what school subjects do I need, and can I transfer credits from another higher education institution? Another frequently asked questions by students who are interested in studying psychology. You do not need specific school subjects in matric to apply for the BA General. However, it is suggested that you consult the yearbook should you consider applying for other undergraduate degrees to combine with psychology, such as the genetics and psychology, BA Law, and Bachelor of Social Work degree, or a BSc in Human Physiology. So you need to consult the yearbook so that you are sure of what subject combinations do you need. But specifically for psychology, you can study maths and physics, geography, history. You don't need any specific subjects for you to study the BA General Psychology course. And if you are transferring from another university to another degree program, you might be able to transfer some of the modules completed as credits. That means that we may credit you and you don't need to do some of our programs if you are transferring from another university. So you don't have to start all over again or repeat something that you've already passed in a previous university or in a previous degree. You'll have to apply for this, though it's not automatic. Consult with your student administration on the process of applying for credits. Possible module combinations with our undergraduate psychology modules. Numerous disciplines combine well with psychology from first to third year, such as anthropology, archaeology, criminology, drama, educational psychology, history, languages, philosophy, social work, and or even sociology. So they combine very nicely. They complement each other. They even broaden your understanding of psychology and of these other modules as well. Students who intend to apply for admission to the honors in psychology should include a research module up to third year level. So you should have done a research module up to third year level if you want to study honors in psychology. Higher diploma in education with a view to becoming educators should consider taking a school subject, namely English and or history, as an elective to increase their chances for a higher diploma in education. Okay, another question, what can I do with an undergraduate degree with psychology as a major or as an elective at third year level? So now the student has a third year level qualification. What can I do in terms of work? What can I do with this degree? Okay, I'm going to answer you. The undergraduate module we offer can contribute to building meaningful careers in areas where knowledge of psychology and research is valued. Most first degrees are viewed as formative degrees. This means that they are not designed for specific careers, but rather to provide students with skills that can be used across different fields. These skills include, but are not limited to, expressing oneself through writing, fundamental research, and critical thinking. Once students have completed their degree, they can choose to either study in a specific but different direction or continue with psychology. Some students go into HR. I mean, there's so much paths that psychology, people who have this degree, a third year degree in psychology, can really pursue. There's a lot, but you can't call yourself a psychologist with just 3-year degree in psychology. Okay, I'm continuing with this question of what can I do with a 3-year degree in psychology. Students use their third year for studying psychology to enrich or complement a degree, a training or employment in many other areas such as social research or education. Students may also apply for selection to complete an honors degree in psychology, provided they comply with the selection criteria for honors. There is a selection criteria for you to get into an honors program here at the University of Pretoria. And it should be the case in other higher learning institutions as well. You have to check. Careers could include, but of course they're not limited to, community and social development, health and welfare assistance, education, for example, teaching, social research, that is marketing research, monitoring and evaluation, human resources and employee wellness, services for the disabled and the aging, government, non-governmental and non-profit organizations, to name just but a few. So you can see there's a lot that you can still do with a third year degree in psychology. Okay, frequently asked questions with regards to the registration categories in psychology at postgraduate level. Okay, let's go. How do I become a child psychologist? There is currently no registration category as child psychologist at the HPCSA. HPCSA is the board, it's the Health Professions Council of South Africa. So all health professions, they fall under this board. And currently in South Africa, there is no specific category as child psychologist. If you want to practice as a psychologist in South Africa, you need to first complete an undergraduate, which is a 3-year, and honors degree, both majoring in psychology before you need to apply for a master's in either clinical counseling or educational psychologist. Like I said earlier, some institutions have got a 4-year degree. If you did a 4-year degree in psychology, that means that you don't need an honors, because the 4th year is equivalent to an honors. And other degrees have got a 3-year where you major in psychology. Most of the time this is social sciences, and then you still need to qualify and do your honors, and then you do your masters, and then you can practice. You either can choose to do a master's in clinical psychology, a master's in educational psychology, or a master's in counseling psychology. Then you can sort of specialize and choose to only see kids, but there is no current category within the HPCSA for specifically child psychologists. If you want to work with children exclusively, where you do a lot of assessments, then you would be advised to enroll for educational psychology, because educational psychologists mainly work with children. They do assessments, they do play therapy, they do a lot of work with children of school-going age. They also work with adults, but they do most of their work is with kids. How do I become a forensic psychologist? Again, there is no exclusive category to register as a forensic psychologist in South Africa. While there are many psychologists doing medical legal work or work in forensic context, they are still referred to by their HPCSA registration as either clinical or counseling psychologist. You will have to complete a minimum of 4 years of studies majoring in psychology, undergraduate and honors, and then apply and complete a master's in clinical or counseling, research, educational or industrial psychology before you can register as a psychologist. Please visit that link there, forensic-psychologist.co.za, for an interesting read on forensic psychology, courtesy of Dr. Gerald Lubaschain, who is a clinical psychologist. How do I become a neuro psychologist? Another frequently asked question. The HPCSA has recently promulgated the category of neuropsychologist. At the moment, the only institution that offers the MA neuropsychology degree is the University of Cape Town. So unfortunately, you would have to go to the University of Cape Town. Currently at the University of Pretoria, we cannot train neuropsychologists. Please contact them directly for more information. Again, currently at the moment, they are the only ones who offer the degree. Many clinical and counseling psychologists, however, also do neuropsychological work. Visit that link there, www.neuropsychologysa.co.za, for more information on neuropsychology, courtesy of Neuropsychology South Africa. How do I become an educational or industrial psychologist? It is recommended that you contact me. You contact one of the departments below, not me. It is recommended that you contact one of the departments below with your questions on how to become an educational or industrial psychologist. We've got the industrial psychology at the Department of Humanities, Resource Management, Faculty of Economics and Management Sciences. That's the link right there, www.up.ac.za/human resource management, or you can contact educational psychology at the Department of Education, Psychology, Faculty of Education. The link is right there, www.up.ac.za/education psychology. So should you want to become an educational or industrial psychologist, it is highly recommended that you contact one of those departments directly, because they are the ones who offer the training in those specific fields. Please visit our postgraduate presentation on all of the postgraduate programs on offer at the Department of Psychology. If you want clinical, we've got the presentation for clinical, for counseling psychology. There's also research psychology. So please feel free to do that so that you can learn more about psychology, particularly after you've finished your third year or your honors program and you are still interested in pursuing a degree in psychology and becoming a registered psychologist with the board. Thank you for viewing this presentation. For more information on the undergraduate modules, contact the Department on psych.info@up.ac.za. Psych.info@up.ac.za. Alternatively, visit the department webpage on www.up.ac.za/psychology. Thank you so much. This presentation was compiled by Jonita Hogg, who is the operational coordinator. She is in the Department of Psychology, and it was narrated by myself. I am Dr. Anati Ndozini. I'm also currently in the psychology department. Thank you very much for viewing this presentation. We hope that you have your questions have been asked, and we've sort of made you even more interested in studying psychology, and you are a little bit clearer in which direction within psychology you'd like to go into.